Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
What is happening today, which is being celebrated, is not a solution of the problem. Listen to me carefully. It is not a solution of the problem, but a deferment and a postponement of the problem.
Procrastination.
You have destroyed the country, and you are saying that you are shifting the problem to 2026 and beyond. So, the next NDC government, are you thinking about the problem you are bequeathing to us? All you are doing is that you have done the problem carry forward. You postponed it. That's what you have done. So all these things, debt to GDP has come down. Today the debt is 742 billion cedis on cash basis. Only. Oh, look. What is happening to you? 742 billion cedis is only. 742 billion. When you were coming,
is this when you write a check, you add only, irrespective of how much.
But this is not a joke. This is about the future of future generations. This is not a joke. You came and met a public debt of 120 billion. You said it was too much. We were borrowing too much. Yet Tisikasos were come there. We don't have to borrow for roads. All we need to do is to tow the roads, and we will get money to build all the roads. The money is here. I've worked at the Bank of Ghana before. I'm talking about Bagumia, the chronic liar. And today, under him as chairman of the economic management team, the public debt is 742 billion. From 120 to 742 billion. You've added 622 billion to the public debt. With very little to show.
The 740, it's obviously minus the debt forgiveness.
It's minus.
Yes.
Because that's what he himself reported. Minus. And this is even on cash basis. So we've not added the commitments.
So what it means is that our debt would have been about 900 billion.
Yes, 900 billion. And in fact, Doc, if you follow the IMF guidelines, the program guidelines, they insist that you must add arrears to the debt. So if you add the new arrears you're accumulating, we are over 800 billion already. Are you thinking about how the next generation is going to deal with this debt? You have borrowed so much money. You don't even have one district hospital started and completed. Or one. Started and completed. One.
I mean, even the president was recently at Kumewu.
You started Kumewu Hospital. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, just recently.
What are you talking about here? I'm saying that John Mahama started district hospital, Dodowa Hospital, in 4 years. Started, completed, commissioned, operationalized. In 8 years, show me one district hospital you started and completed.
There are many, which are even listed in the budget.
Yes, one.
And I believe that
one.
If
the cameras are on you, one.
So now I can talk now, right?
Yes, this one I'm giving you my time. Started and completed, one hospital.
Oh, in fact,
one district hospital.
If I won't even talk about district, I know that the urology department actually.
No, we are talking about district
I'm
hospital.
Which is bigger.
You were here trying to make a case for COVID because of Agenda 111. I have told you.
That alone is about 4 or 5 district hospitals. No,
please. You don't have one.
You can't do that.
So, Doc, this thing is so sad. What have you used the money for? Cathedral, $58 million. A cathedral of lies. And a cathedral based on evil. A cathedral that is totally fraudulent. You have defrauded Ghanaians and now you have defrauded God. You have taken money. If these were the days of the Old Testament, the earth would have swallowed
God has not been defrauded. What you want to say?
Well, God is not man.
What you want
that
to say
can
is
be
that
defrauded.
the name of God has been used.
The name of God has been used to steal from the people, to defraud the people. You say you are building. No. I take it from you because you can't defraud God. He's right. He's a staunch member of Action Chapel. So he knows, and I got it wrong. You can't even you can't mock God. You can't defraud God. But you have used the name of God to defraud the people.
So when do I get it?
And this is far worse. That you take taxpayers' money. When you lie to the people that you will not use taxpayers' money for the project, and you spend so much. The last time I heard the Japan Mesa shamelessly defending this, that they use it for that foundation. What you see on the screen is that foundation.
Yes.
Is this foundation?
Is the foundation.
It's the beginning of a foundation. This is not foundation.
No.
Doc, this is not a foundation of that casting. Have you seen the drawing? Where is the casting?
It's the foundation.
Casting away.
It's been covered, you can see.
With what? It is so sad.
It's called the substructure.
And today, Ghana, the whole Ghana, we have only 4 MRI machines.
Sammy, it's called the substructure.
Substructure. Today, you go to Komfo and we don't have dialysis machines. You had to even close down the Kolebu renal unit for 4 months because you owe them 4 million cedis keke. 17 Ghanaians died. The damage you guys have done to this country. Even childhood vaccines you couldn't buy. Children, innocent children, had to die because we didn't have childhood vaccines. They had to take Nigeria to save us. You had money for all these things. And today you come and sit here and say things are getting better. So, Doc, as for me, and lastly, when he talks about we've put 10 billion cedis into roads. So we should do what? You are the most resource government in the history of Ghana. Your total resource envelope alone is over 1 trillion new Ghana cedis.
Huh?
1 trillion new Ghana cedis. And I have the breakdown here.
Doc,
in terms of loans, in terms of grants. Yes, I will read. And that thing, I heard Nana come here and say that thing here.
That's what?
That's, they have borrowed $13 billion. And we have borrowed $40 billion. So illiterate, Doc. So illiterate. Because our one, it is not true.
If you disagree with him, say
no, Doc. 622 minus 1.
Is it appropriate to say it's illiterate?
Doc.
Thank you.
Sammy, is it appropriate to say it's illiterate?
So mischievous, so misleading.
Okay.
Let me use that. I'm taking back that one. Because you increase the public debt from 120 billion to 742. You've added 622. That is it. That debt is made up of, hold on, it has a domestic component and a foreign component. Hold on. But the reason why the Bank of Ghana in reporting our debts always report it in cedis is because we service the debt with cedis. Whether it is a domestic debt or foreign debt, you will use the national currency, the cedi, to service it.
In fact, how do you determine your debt to GDP? How do you determine debt sustainability?
It is all cedis.
Yes.
So the GDP is in cedis.
How do you determine interest payment?
Exactly. But assuming that even if we want to do, hold on, I'm just wrapping up so that he's coming. But if you want to do even that pedestrian analysis, 622, if you divide it by the current rate, you won't get $13 billion. It's a lie. That's number one. But number two, you can't divide it because what it means is that if you are reckless with the exchange rate and the dollar rate is high, because the dollar rate is 16 cedis, if you divide it by any number, you get a small number in dollars. So that is not an achievement.
In fact, Dr. Bawumia in 2014 or 2015, when he said that you guys don't read, that was the analysis he was making. Yes. That you use the dollar value at the time that you took the money and not the current.
The dollar value today is 16 or 15.7 because of your recklessness. If you divide that even by 622, right? Even by 622, that is almost $24 billion, not 13. But it is $24 billion because the rate has gone up so high. So what you are dividing the debts by is high.
But
so what you get in dollars.
But the finance minister, the finance minister has just told us that the debt forgiveness, what he describes as debt forgiveness alone, is $8 billion.
Yes. What are you talking about?
That alone is $8 billion.
And the Eurobond alone, before we defaulted, $11 billion. Eurobonds.
It took 13.
$13 billion. Eurobond alone. When Mills Mahama did less than 4 billion, you did 13 billion. And you come and sit on TV and say, look, the public debt was 9.9 billion at the time Akuffo was leaving office because we have been forgiven about 5 billion cedis as a result of EPIC. We increased it from 9.9 billion to 120 billion in 8 years. An increase of about 110 billion. You have increased the public debt by 622 billion. And yet what you have to show for is a bankrupt economy with unbearable cost of living, unbearable cost of doing business. People are suffering, and so just have the decency and the humility to empathize with the people, be candid with the people, and begin to take practical action to reduce the waste, reduce the corruption, and reduce the excessive taxes that have made life unbearable for us. Until you do that, any budget, any document you present is totally useless. Useless because it will not offer us any comfort, or reprieve. Okay. It will not bring us any relief in our livelihoods. Okay. That is it.
I'm not PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.